Okay, just a quick one. Good evening, hope you guys are well. Second video for today since I haven't recorded all of them yet. This is the last one to wrap it up for the week. And in this video, I just wanted to talk about my Instagram post. Today I made an Instagram post. And I'll just read you out the caption. I'll read you out the caption first, so I'll pull it up. 1 second. My caption on this Instagram post was 22 years of life later, because I'm 22, right? 19 different homes, 17 different suburbs, 10 different jobs, and 7 different schools. I've been unemployed on the government benefit. I've dropped out of university. I've dropped out of the army. I've moved countries. I've slept on floors, couches, and beds. I've laughed, cried, and everything else in between. I've lost myself time and time again, but I've also found myself time and time again. Life is strange. This journey through it all is so interesting, and the best part is my story is still being written, and so is yours. It's my birthday in just over a month's time, and it has made me reflect on my path so far, see where I'm at now, and plan my next steps ahead. It's funny to think that I used to only dream of days like this. Through action, those dreams became reality. Here is to more living and learning, to bigger dreams and bigger goals. Not long till my chapter 22 comes to a close. Thank you all for being a part of it. And basically one photo was just me sitting on a chair kind of gazing out towards the light, and the rest of the photos in the post and the carousel, it's basically just nice photos around Melbourne, sunset, garden, stuff like that. And then just like a gym progress picture as well. I think it's really important to reflect on your journey. Think back to where you started, where you used to want to be, your past dreams and goals and aspirations, and then look at where you are now. Because where I'm at right now, it's the type of lifestyle I could only dream of when I was younger. But now I'm actually living it. At first it was really cool. I was very happy that I accomplished it all. But now I think it's time for me to move on. I've got to set bigger goals, bigger dreams, and then work towards achieving those. So then I'm kind of in the same space I am now with those new goals as I was years ago with this current one that is kind of my current reality. I think it's important to remember why. Remember your why. Why is it that you want to achieve the things that you want to achieve? We all may have slightly similar reasons, but we all may have different ones as well. When I was younger, one of the reasons I wanted to make this better life for myself was because I felt like, without sounding ungrateful for the things that I did have, I had quite a sad childhood at times, but I pushed through. And so now working for this lifestyle that I have, achieving all these things, it's like I worked for it because I felt like I deserved it. I didn't go through everything that I went through just to continue feeling sorry for myself, but then not actually do anything to improve my situation. And I think it's really cool looking back on all my thoughts and the vision and the goals I had when I was younger, and seeing that I made it a reality it's awesome. And you guys can all do the same too. And I'm sure you've probably had experiences and things like that happen in your own life as well, where maybe goals you set a few months, a few years ago, you eventually ended up achieving them. And I think it's important to celebrate that achievement, but not to get too complacent and then set your next goals from there. Unless you're completely happy with where you are, I can't tell you what is for you and is not for you, because that's in your head. I can't tell you how to live your life. But for me, for example, yes, what I live now used to be my dream, but now it is not. So I've got to level up from here. Some people reach a certain level where they're okay with it, or they're complacent, or they're comfortable for the rest of their lives. And that's okay, but right now, that's not me. So today, my Instagram post, I was just reflecting on that, appreciating the journey so far, looking back on where I started, what it took for me to get here, but then setting my sights on new things to work towards as well. In a YouTube short I think I posted yesterday, I made brief mention that I was thinking of relocating to a different part of Australia. So I've been living in Melbourne for just over 2 years now, living in Australia for just over 2 years. And I will live here for another 2 years so that I can apply for my Australian citizenship. But then I just realized I don't have to stay in Melbourne for that 2 years. I can just live within the country. So right now, thoughts on my mind is relocating to Brisbane or living there for maybe, let's say, 6 months. And then after that 6 months, maybe move somewhere else, Gold Coast. And then after that, maybe move to a different part of Australia as well. Because once I get my citizenship, I probably will want to leave the country. So while I'm living in this country, working and all of that, I might as well start going around and experiencing new things, meeting new people, just giving life in different cities a go. Rather than just kind of guessing where I want to live, I can actually say I tried it. So I know, okay, I like that city, I don't like that one, and so I cross stuff off the list. Because long term, once I get my citizenship, I'm thinking of spending a bit of time in Japan. Not just a holiday, I want to actually live there for months and months, possibly years. But I'll have to, I've still got obviously a road to consider there, and that's much further down the line. So what I'll do now, I'm starting to learn Japanese. Slowly, I'm just focusing on the characters. Is that what we call them, characters? The hiragana, like the alphabet. Hiragana, katakana, kanji, we'll leave that for now. But I'm just trying to learn how to read, how to write everything. So I'm still very much in the early stages. But spending time in Japan has basically been one of my largest long-term goals that I've ever had since I was a kid. So that's definitely one thing that's on my mind right now and that I'll be working towards over the next couple of years to make happen. But yeah, thinking about Brisbane in April, that is when my lease ends here for the apartment I've been staying in in Melbourne. So I'm thinking of relocating in April. It is a bit sudden, especially considering I only came up with this plan in the last week or so. So now I've got, I think, how long do I have? I've got 3 months. I've got about 99 days roughly to prepare myself for that. So I've got to start getting rid of some of my belongings, donating clothes I don't need, selling some of my DJ equipment, selling my old cameras, getting rid of some shoes so I can just really downsize and fit most of my essential belongings just into like 1 or 2 suitcases so I don't have to stress about moving everything. I want to become a bit more lightweight. I'll have to sell all these monitors and the computer equipment as well. Unfortunately, with computer hardware, it does not really resell for the price you got it for, especially considering I got this a year and a half, 2 years ago. They're always pumping out new graphics cards and everything, and it just goes down in value. But it is what it is. I've still got my old MacBook that I can use on the go, which is good. But yeah, that is what is on my mind at the moment. Let me know if you guys have spent any time up Brisbane or Gold Coast ways. I'm still debating between the two, but it's definitely leaning more towards Brisbane at first. And then maybe later on in the year, closer to summer, is when I can spend some time in Gold Coast as well to really get the most of the beaches and all of that. That's what I'm working towards right now. That's what's on my mind. I hope you guys have had a good week. Celebrate your wins, but then set new sights. Have something you're working towards. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.